So, Arequipa is the second largest city in Peru. In fact, it was once the country's capital. It's also marked as a UNESCO World Heritage Site because of its rich culture and history. And this is what I love about rallying. It takes you to the heartland of a country where you get to see and experience things that just isn't possible with other forms of motorsport.
Llevo conmigo mi mala alma. Yo cuando canto no quiero calma. Yo soy guerrera de esto flow, I know. Es caliente en mi flow, baby. I don't go slow.
There are a lot of moving parts to make a monster like this work. Thousands of people working tirelessly to make this happen. To get a glimpse of what goes on behind the scenes, we will speak to the heads of the ASO.
To organize such a big race, you need to work hand in hand with the local government. It will definitely be a very, very special edition. It's the first time in the history of the Dakar that we have only one country. So we work all year long, and it's a 1 year work together with the local authorities to make sure that the route goes into places we can go, to make sure that we do not damage a cultural aspect or archaeological aspect of the country.
We have 6 months of negotiation, preparation, negotiation with the countries to set up the track. You have negotiation with the providers. You find logistic providers, helicopters, food, catering, freight, etc., etc. And then you have 6 months of preparation when you make the planning and you set up everything to be ready on the 1st of January.
We do a lot of work with not just the press team or the hospitality, but also with the other aspects of the ASO as well, because the TV crew, for instance, is a big support for us. All of the content that we shoot here, we work in parallel with them. So to understand what is the shoot plan for the next day, which are the points that they are covering, so that we don't do an overlap of the same points when we shoot from our side as well. So all of these have to happen on a day-to-day basis.
What we want also is to be close to the competitor, you know, to be able to show to the people how hard it is to do the rally. It's a 125 people crew doing the whole rally with us. This includes 3 helicopters with Cineflex camera. It also includes 5 cars with cameraman on the route of the rally, sleeping on the dunes and stuff like this, and moving every day to another place. 22 editors into the trucks you see here to edit all the program every day. A crew of people also taking care of all the broadcaster and production company with us.
I can't further stress the importance of a very close relationship with the organizers and the different departments, because the ASO is a behemoth of an organization. They're really, really big, and each of them have individual and specific functions, and they work extremely efficiently.
So the Dakar Communications is all about taking the stories that happen here, you know, in a completely different continent back to home where India is. Our main emphasis for all the communication, or our main peg for communication, becomes the digital medium, which means that running everything from social media stories, Facebook posts, Facebook lives to Instagram, everything happens out of the ground zero, which is the bivouac where we are sitting right now.
Everything happens here like in clockwork precision. So you need to know what your roles and responsibilities are clearly, and you need to live up to them quickly, because if you don't, somebody else in the team gets affected.
In a digital world, all these stories, if you don't take them out in time, somebody else would publish that story already, right? You know, so timing becomes important.
We have very good relationships with the PC organization here, so we understand what the waypoints for the day are. If you have to go into the stages, where do we need to go? What do we need to do there? What are the GPS coordinates? Then we work with our team back end to figure out how do we reach to that position in that particular time. We need to figure out with the other departments of the ASO, like the hospitality team, if we are taking partners with us to shoot, we need to figure out what is available for them there. The transport from the bivouacs to the stages and back. Once we're here again, then we all in the evening again, it's the entire planning for the next day. What's happening next? What do we do next? Also have maintained my relationship with all of these different departments, because we do a lot of work with not just the press team or the hospitality, but also with the other aspects of the ASO as well. Everything had to be worked in precision. So, and there is a timing, there is a schedule, everything is very, very sacred here. So it's important to follow all of that exactly. There is no leeway for redoing things. There is no leeway to do it better a second time. If you miss it, it's gone. It all happens in the flash of a second.
The association of Hero with Dakar is really important for the brand, because social media, the news and TV and the newspapers has been helping a lot to position the brand across the markets.
When we come to the bivouac, the first thing that we need to see if the catering is open. This is the most important thing for us, because 3,000 people eating every day. It's around 7,000 meals that we serve in the middle of the desert. That's a big challenge. And then we open the doors at 11 in the morning, and we welcome the assistants that come in the competitors area. And then all day long the competitors coming back from the stage. So it's a 24 hours, we never stop actually.
We do have an entire lineup of different races that support our training and readiness for the Dakar, but the Dakar is the ultimate proving ground for us.
More than 50 degrees of temperature, your skin is burning with heat, then suddenly you go to Bolivia, which is 3,000 meters and above, and then you have altitude sickness, and then again you come back to, and then there's rain in between, and everything put together was really, really tough. You have to survive the Dakar, you have to be mentally and physically in a really, really top spot.
This one country format worked well. 10 days, extremely intense, extremely tough, and with a lot of uncertainty, because today I'm unable to bet on who will win in the 5 categories. It's impossible. This is something we do very naturally together, and it's worked well.
It's a race for the competitors, but it's also a race for us, because you need to be always on time to serve the race and serve the competitors.